That was high.
Ice sculptures, a beginner's paradise and a toboggan run. We're skiing in Jilin right here on Drone and Phone.
Welcome to another episode of our ski adventures in Jilin. This one's a little bit different. We're in a beginner's slope. Tell us a little bit more about it.
Here is净月潭ski resort. Well, not really resort, this ski park. We're actually in the净月潭country park as well. It's small, but it's very good for beginner level.
So my suggestion is if you're coming to Changchun and you're a beginner skier, that you would come to a place like this first. We've got a couple in this series that we're going to review that are close. You learn to ski, the nice place at a much cheaper price, and then you go on and take on some of the bigger and better resorts as you'll see in this series. Right, Jack, time to go.
Nestled in northeast China, Jilin province has become one of China's top ski destinations. It's cold, but not as cold as Heilongjiang, easier to get to than Xinjiang, and has more reliable snowfall than Chongli, making it a great all-round bet for skiing in China. There are many great resorts spread throughout the province, all with distinct advantages, so for this series we've chosen 5 to see for ourselves how they stack up and who they are best suited for. For our second episode, we take a 30-minute drive from Changchun Airport to the gates of the净月潭National Scenic Area, where you have to leave the car, buy a ticket for the scenic park and skiing, and then pick up a bus that will take you around the frozen lake to the ski resort. Once there, it is quick to pick up your gear and out the door straight onto the first lift.
So we've already found this resort to be a bit different from others in that there is a separation between the intermediate slopes and the beginner slopes. Now the real upside of a place like this is that it is close to the city, therefore you can use the city hotels, which are much cheaper, many more food options, other things to do if you have other people in the party, and it's very cheap. So if you are learning to ski, starting in a place like this will give you a great price advantage in that you can ski just for 100 yuan a day here. You can do your first couple of days, get from the beginner slope onto an intermediate slope like this, feel confident before you go to Lake Songhua or Beidalu or any of the others bigger ski slopes. So a great place to come and start before you go further if you are just starting out as a skier.
We started at the intermediate slope, which is essentially an 800-metre run that is nicely groomed and steep enough to practice your carving skills. Perfect for a 3-hour warm-up session before heading off to one of the bigger resorts.
So if you are learning to ski, I really can't think of any place better than this. It's almost the perfect gradient for your next step after you've done the very simple slopes. There's crash mats either side, it's fenced off so it's nice and safe, wide piste and very even snow. So a great place to learn. If you're an experienced skier like me and Jack, you're going to find it pretty frustrating after a couple of runs. There's only a carpet lift coming up, so it's taking a long time to get up. Once we get down to the bottom, we can see that there are chairlifts here, but they're not in operation at the moment.
The full 800-metre run is split into 2, 500 metres of an intermediate run and 300 metres of a beginner run that you can combine with one long run or come off halfway through.
So just to quickly explain, this is the blue run. This is, I would say, about 500 metres or so, and then behind me here, the extra 300 metres is, you can see it behind me. Oops, let's go this way. Jack's there. That is the green run, nice and easy. So you have them combined. You can come off at the end of this one that we've been doing, so you're not having to spend too long getting back up and trying again. But yeah, it's a great place to learn.
The resort has a strange setup in that there is an area dedicated to beginner ski lessons.
So we've moved from the previous place we were at, and we're actually on foot this time. We're just going to go have a look at the beginner slope. So this is another area. They're well set up. It's another ski rental area. You can't ski between the two. You're going to need to get a bus or a car that's going to drive you from one to the other. But here it's specially set up for teaching people from the very start. So we've got beginner slopes, beginner easy equipment, and everything is nice and gentle to accommodate those first few days getting used to being on skis.
What is special about this resort is the many other activities you can do aside from skiing.
So I noticed here at the top of the ski slope there's a forest walk, so I'm just going off to see what's here. So one thing to be careful if you decide to go off walking in the forest in the snow, and there's lots of places here you can do that, you're going to need a good pair of shoes. These have been fantastic.
On top of forest hiking, the park is also well known as a centre for cross-country skiing, holding a major international race, the OG Vasalopet, every year. For those who have not tried cross-country skiing, they have a training ground for anyone to try. For photographers around the lake, there are ice sculptures that make unique photos, plus a host of other activities on the lake, from driving rally cars to riding quad bikes, husky sleighs and ice cycles. Although there are some snack food options, the park does not allow restaurants to operate within its boundary, so if you're coming for a day, bring some food with you. I would also recommend you plan to spend a full day, maybe 3 hours for skiing, and the rest of the day to enjoy the park and all it has to offer.
Well, that is the end of this episode. It's been a very different one, quite fun, great for beginners, I've got to say, but maybe not something you want to do if you're an advanced skier. What do you say, Jack?
If I take anyone that doesn't know ski or want to try it, this is a must-go place.
And of course, lots of other things to do as well. Now, if you're finding this for the first time, you're going to find all of our other episodes nicely catalogued on our website, droneandphone.com, and also on our YouTube channel. For now, my name is DJ.
I'm Jack.
And this is
Drone and Phone.
Here we go, ready? And whoopah! Whoopah! Whoopah!
Oh, it's faster than I thought.
And the big one coming! Oh.
My God! That was high. That was really high.